How do you know Ken?
We first met Ken through East West Players. I used to work there for about 6 years, and John, my husband, and Amelia is my daughter, and so that's how we met. We met Ken. So since we met him in 2000.
And do you have a favorite memory with Ken?
Do we have a favorite memory with Ken? You know, I think it's just. Oh, I know. Ken actually helped design our wedding at East West Players. So he put together the stage design and did all the flowers at the theater. That's where we got married at East West Players. And so it was just really special to have somebody who we knew and was very close to, and we were also respected artistically to play that kind of role in our wedding.
That is very cool. Do you have anything that you'd like to say to Ken today?
Happy birthday. You want to say happy birthday?
What do you think of Grumpy Ken right here?
I have not. It was rare for me to see Ken grumpy, so this is kind of odd for me. It's kind of scary, kind of frightening. Whenever I see Ken, he's always smiling, very happy to see me. He may look tired sometimes because he works so much. So he's like kind of like, oh, you know, I'm working hard, blah blah blah. But he's never like this, so that kind of scares me. But it's still him, still his face, you know. He's taller than me in this picture, which is not to scale. Not to scale.
Well, how do you know Ken?
Through East West Players. Through everything at East West Players for acting and just working backstage and all the East West Players activities. Yeah.
Can you share a favorite memory with Ken?
Oh my goodness, do I have a favorite memory with Ken? No, let me think. I think seeing him on stage with his pants off. Did people bring that up? He was in Follies, I think was it Follies? And there was a scene where he dances without his pants, and that was kind of a highlight.
That's a fun memory.
Yeah, that's a really fun memory.
How do you know Ken?
Well, I met Ken when I was a very young boy, and he was my first art teacher in middle school back in West Los Angeles, and that might have been about 1972.
Awesome.
Long time.
And do you have a favorite memory with Ken?
Oh gosh, there's so many. The one that comes to mind right now is the German movie that he was in, Yoko. I happen to be from Germany, so when I watched that movie, I was in tears. I mean, it was amazing. Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's also related to Germany because Claudia's German and we spent a lot of time over there over the years. Back in the early 1990s, I was in a train station in Berlin, and I was just waiting for the train innocently, and I looked up and there was this incredible image, and it turned out to be Ken Takemoto on a cigarette ad, and I couldn't believe it. It was gigantic, right? And he looked as good as he always does, but it was quite a shock to kind of see him in that context. A big surprise.
Yeah.
And what are you looking forward to tonight?
Oh, to meet some of his friends, you know, to meet some of his family, just to see how he's being celebrated by everybody.
Yeah, I would agree.
Awesome. Anything you want to say to Ken?
We love you. We love him. We love you.
Ken, you're the best, and we hope that you'll have another 80 years of spectacular creativity and friendship in front of you. We love you, man. Take care.
How do you know Ken?
Ken and I have worked together many times, doing print jobs and everything, so I think our picture's all over the world. So we are kind of associated, Ken. But darn, he's got so many girlfriends. And so many girls who play his wife, you know, and he won't give me a break. Shoot.
Do you have a favorite memory?
All my memories with him are wonderful. I love them all, Ken. You're terrific. I'm loving you. Happy birthday. I'm glad you're finally near my age.
What do you guys think of Grumpy Ken right here?
This is normal Ken, you mean? Yeah, just Ken.
There's no Grumpy Ken, it's just Ken.
How do you guys know Ken?
I know Ken from East West Players. He was #1 prop man and costumer and friend first, though, because he took me in to his house, and he's just a really caring, loving guy. So happy birthday! I love you.
We found him on the street, Hotel Street, Waikiki. Ken saved my life. He saved my life.
Can you elaborate?
There are no words. None.
Favorite memory with Ken? Anyone?
Well, I have one. Okay, there was a film shooting, and I was driving away back home, back to Orange from way somewhere else, and I get a call from Ken that says, "Hey, so I left my keys in my jacket." I was like, "Oh, okay. So why are you telling me this? My jacket's in your car." So I had to drive all the way back, but anything for Ken, of course.
He did save your life after all.
Absolutely.
Anyone else?
Mine's is too X-rated to share.
Yeah, we'll keep that off. All right, anything you guys want to say to Ken?
We love you. Happy birthday, Ken.
Happy birthday.
How do you know Ken?
Well, I think he's one of the first people I met here when I moved to Los Angeles in 1987. And he was just really wonderful. Had a lot of aloha spirit.
Do you have a favorite memory with Ken?
Well, you know, I taught an improv class, and he took it, and he was really good. And then I think we did some other classes together, like, you know, movement and stuff, and he is so willing to do anything. He's just wonderful.
Anything you want to add?
I introduced him to Takis. I told him what I said like the last video, so.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She likes to introduce Ken to new and exciting foods because she knows that Ken, no matter how old he gets, is always ready to try something new. Unlike you, you don't like to try anything new. You need to be more like him, more fearless.
I'm not 80.
I know. Why do you have to wait that long to be fearless?
I don't. I'm willing to jump off of a building.
But you won't eat. But you won't eat escargot.
Anything you want to say to Ken?
Happy birthday!
I've been wanting to tell you for so long how I really feel about you. And I don't know if you feel that way about me, but I could only hope that
it's
maybe...
okay. You can have him, Mr. T. You know, I've been there, done that.
You have permission. Happy birthday,
Happy
Mr.
birthday,
T.
Mr. T. We love you.
We love you, man. And
how do you know Ken?
I know Ken through my wife and East West Players and all the work that Ken has done there. And I've also helped garden at his house. Pulling weeds at Ken's house is a real adventure. So we've enjoyed that too. Ken, if you let those weeds come back, shame on you.
And I can't even remember I've known him through East West Players all these years. But I hope one thing, Kenny, is that I hope you have learned to say no. If people ask you to do something and you don't want to do it, just say no.
Excellent advice.
Okay. Happy birthday. We love you.
Happy birthday.
How do you know Ken?
Oh my God, let me see. Probably originally through East West Players. At one time I was on the board there for a while and did a lot of stuff with East West Players probably about, oh God, this is really bad, but over 30 years ago. So that's how we first met. And then, you know, we're the two, now we're like the two oldest. So we hang out and every time we have auditions, we always end up seeing each other. The other thing is that we both have the same print agent. So when I got approached by them, Mr. T, you know, made the recommendation for me to join that agency. So I give him a lot of credit for that. So it's all good. It's all good.
Definitely. And a favorite memory with Ken?
Not for public consumption.
I was going to say that you can share.
Let me see. What would be a favorite one? Probably playing with the dogs. Because I had a Lhasa. And so for a while there, we had all our dogs together. And, you know, with Mr. T, you know, he had 3 of them, I think. One was the father and the 2 kids. So when I brought mine over, it was like all these little dogs that all looked alike. So that's our thing that we have. And so whenever he goes out of town or whatever, then, you know, I always want to, you know, watch the dogs because, you know, they're so much fun. But yeah.
Definitely. Anything you want to say to Ken?
Well, hopefully, let's see, 5 years ago on his last birthday big party, I bartended. So this year I get to enjoy his company. And then hopefully we'll see what happens in another 5 years and then another 5 years after that. So that's what I'm hoping for. So, you know, if we do this every 5 years, that will be awesome. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
How do you know Ken?
Just through East-West Players, you know, and then whenever we have opening night, Mr. T always comes to the bar, you know, so got to get his Diet Coke, otherwise he gets crabby.
Do you have a favorite memory?
I went, he owns several like Victorian houses that he's restored. So one year he had a play production in the living room of one of the houses. So it was really cool, you know, to see the production, you know, going through the house.
What are you looking forward to tonight?
Just some of the surprise. I guess there's some surprise, surprise things that they're planning for on stage. So that'll be really cool to see.
Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. How do you know Ken?
I've known Ken many, many years through East-West Players and doing other productions and things.
Cool. Favorite memory?
Favorite memory, him coming to my house and we not having Diet Coke, and which he's got to have his soda. So we didn't have the Diet Coke, and then he complained. He was like, "Don't you guys have any soda? How come you guys don't have any soda? You know, when you have guests, you're supposed to have soda." So that's one of my, and not only did that happen once, but twice. So whenever he comes, I have to make sure I have soda. Otherwise, he gets mad and yells at us.
Do we have soda here tonight?
Of course, we had to have plenty of soda tonight.
Okay. One more time for the guys that put this together. Raise your hand, Paul. Put that together for Ken. And Ken. Okay. We got some more Ken's favorite things, so we need that box back here again. Children! Children! Again! And we do have to get okay. Cool. So another one of Ken's favorite things, of course, Spam. This one is garlic Spam. And bacon Spam. What? Bacon, ham, Spam? It's all pork, right? It's all pork to me. Oh! And the winner is? Bruce! Whoever that is. Bruce! 818-548-1200. He's gonna take hot yoga when he thinks about it. Okay. And next we have... This is not just any papaya, Ken. This papaya was hand-carried from Janice and Curtis from Hawaii to you, but we're going to give it away. So the winner is, for Ken's favorite thing, Amy Hill! This one is brownies, but they have a green cross on it. Ken Takemoto's special brownies, if you follow. And the winner is Ken Narasaki! Narasaki.
Party at my car after the movie.
Okay. Marlene, this is another song that unexpected Ken, because we didn't tell you. Another little secret for you. Hey, you know, if anybody wants to come sit with Ken up here so he's not by himself, you guys could, you know, take turns sitting next to him.
That's my Kolohe hyper daughter over there. Anybody got drugs? Zoe, go see Uncle Ken. No, my daughter. Aloha, everybody. Everybody having a good time? You know, Team Takemoto and all the volunteers worked really hard to make this party successful, so you guys better be having a good time. Or else I'm gonna punch your face. Yeah? Okay, give them a big hand, because they all worked really hard. Shut up. What's that long mouth back there? Gonna try something a little different today. Something I've never done before. Picked up this ukulele maybe a week ago after maybe not playing for 35 years, which means I started at about 2 months. Child prodigy. So if I make a mistake, don't laugh, okay? Ken, this one's for you. Happy birthday, many more, many more, and maybe walk many more miles together. Okay, so it's called a Good Morning Dew. A good morning dew, early am I, Maliu mai oe, ikau ehe anei, e kani mai oe, iau nei, o wau i hono, me ke aloha. To you alone I say, wait for me, wait for me. Days go slowly by without you close to me. I'm standing on a hill, looking down all around, awaiting your return to me once more. Vehe mai ke laula, oliko nei hau, e ho e helo ana, I neia papalina, I uka o mana, I ka iu uhi vai. Malaila no kaua, e pili mai. I thought of moving Ali Amai. To you alone I say, wait for me, wait for